what happened to the demonic and to the swine reported it. Then they begged Jesus to leave the neighborhood. As he was getting into the boat, the man who had been possessed by demons begged him that he might be with him. But Jesus refused and said to him, "Go home to your friends and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and what mercy he has shown you." And he went away and began to proclaim in Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and everyone was amazed. Amen.
Amen.
For the time that is before us, I want to preach from a thought today. Fix me, Jesus.
It's good.
Fix me, Jesus. Within the recesses of the text, from Genesis to Revelation, do we see that there is a war going on between good and evil? And so much so that it is found within the Gospels of good and evil. Therefore, Jesus having to declare himself as the Good Shepherd. Jesus, who often critiques and redescribes the world unlike what they have been told by imperial theology. Jesus standing and preaching and proclaiming to the people, "You have heard it said, but I say unto you." Jesus, who has to sit and explain the theology and the understanding of God to those who are supposed to be so devout and religious.
Come on and
by
talk, sir.
keeping the law, but yet they miss the Spirit. Jesus has to deal with the people in the text who have often been rejected, criticized, marginalized, oppressed, and Jesus finds himself sitting on the side of the disinherited. Jesus sits with the oppressed. He sits with sinners only to be criticized. Look at this. He calls himself the Son of God, and look how he eats with sinners. And Jesus has to keep on preaching to religious people that you have to learn the Spirit of God, not just the letter of the law. Jesus is in the Gospels as one who is a radical. Contrary to popular belief, no, Jesus is not a punk, he's not a wimp. Jesus is one who is radical. To the point that Jesus says, if one slaps you on the cheek, then turn the other cheek. We have interpreted as turning the other cheek as to letting it pass by. But you have to understand, in first century New Testament, when a person slaps you, they slap you backhand with authority. As long as they slap you backhand with their authority, you can't do nothing about it. But when they slap you with the open hand, it means they lay down their authority and you can fight a man to man. Jesus says if someone says something to you, slaps you, they're going to slap you with the backhand. So turn the other cheek, because then they can't slap you with the backhand anymore. They slap you with the open hand. They lay down their authority